this one has been requested a few times. You know who you are. And as you can tell with the title, it is going through what my England starting 11 would be for the upcoming Euros. So this is, I'm sure, gonna cause some debate. Let's just keep it friendly in the comments. You know, everyone has their opinions. That's the beauty of football. Yeah, I do have a few controversial picks in here, but like, I'm just glad I'm not the England manager, because it's, to be honest, it's a bit of an impossible task, really. We do have a lot of talent on offer, so yeah, it wasn't too difficult for me, to be fair, because this is the team just personally I would go with, but in reality, it's a far more difficult thing. But yeah, but do feel free to put your comments down below where you disagree, why you disagree, rather than, you know, don't just jump and start calling me names. Let's get a discussion going, and let's, you know, yeah, be nice, be good people. But I think that's enough introductions. Let's just get straight into it. So first things first, I think we need to start with the formation. Now, with England, it tends to be, well, obviously either a 5 at the back or a 4 at the back. Me personally, I think we have to play 4 at the back, and the formation I would go with is a 4-3-3. And if we're sort of speaking FIFA terms, it would be a 4-3-3 brackets 2. So with that one holding midfield player. So yeah, 4-3-3. There should be like a graphic appearing somewhere with my team, because, you know, we're fancy like that. Anyways, we're going to go from back to front. Let's get started with the goalkeeper. So, in goal, I would have Nick Pope. I feel like this is probably pretty straightforward. Having said that, the one man who can rival Pope for a spot for me is Dean Henderson. If he continues to start frequently for Man United, he comes into the question more for me. Talent-wise, he's definitely on par with him, but Pope just has those few more extra years experience, and I'd want him in goal for the Euros for me. Now, at right back, this is a controversial one. As a nation, we're actually, you know, we've got a lot of options for right back, and I'm just going to go out and say it. In a back 4, I am picking Kyle Walker. Now, my reasoning for this is, it's a back 4. You want your right back to be more defensively sound. So, in my opinion, Walker versus Trent Alexander-Arnold, there is no doubt that Alexander-Arnold, attacking-wise, is a better player, and possibly an all-round better player. But Walker defensively is far superior for me, and that's why he starts. If I was playing a back 5, I would play Alexander-Arnold, I just would. But in a back 4, I want to be as defensively solid as possible. So I'm going with Walker. Reece James for me, maybe. Wan-Bissaka, I actually really like Wan-Bissaka, but is he... I don't even know if he... Let me know down below if he's still eligible to play for England, but I feel like he picked another nation, but I can't remember. But yeah, Kyle Walker is my right back. Pretty controversial, I know, but deal with it. Now, my first centre-back is going to be a Man City counterpart to Walker, his teammate. It's John Stones. I don't think this is very controversial at all. John Stones has had an amazing year. He sort of looked to be falling out of favour a little bit, both at Man City and consequently England. But this season he's been amazing, and for me, he's one of the first names on the team sheet. He's been great, and yeah, I can't see there being too much conflict there. Now the next centre back is a bit of a difficult one, but for me, I've gone with a player who possibly talent-wise, ability-wise, isn't the best, but I think his commanding presence and his ability to lead from the back is the reason he goes into my team, and that is Harry Maguire. Don't get me wrong, I still think he's a great defender. It's just he's very susceptible to a mistake. But I do feel that a lot of the time, Harry Maguire is sort of used as this scapegoat. Like I say, he's by no means perfect, and he does make the sort of odd mistake, but he still goes in my team. For England, we need leaders, and say what you like about his ability, he is certainly a leader. So we've got Pope, we've got Walker, we've got Stones, and we've got Maguire. To complete our back four, my left back is going to be Luke Shaw. Now really it's between Shaw and Chilwell, or Aaron Cresswell. But Luke Shaw, like Stones, has had a phenomenal year, and consequently I just think he's clear of Chilwell. He's really stepped up his game. I think it's pretty clear that the signing of Alex Telles has forced Shaw to step up his game, and that he has. He's been brilliant. So yeah, that completes my back five. Let me know what you think at the end. Once I've given my full team, comment down below your full 11s, and we can see how they differ. Should be pretty interesting, actually. I'm genuinely interested to see. Now my next player is possibly, bar a couple, he's one of the first names I will put on this team sheet. He is a definite starter. Our centre defensive mid is Declan Rice, and again, I don't think too many people can argue this. He has been a key figure to West Ham's, success this season. He's just brilliant. He can get forward as well, but really he's just perfect sitting in that hole, covering the defenders that go forward, in making interceptions. I love him. I think he's absolutely fantastic, in my opinion. And Jordan Henderson, well, he's not fit, is he? I'm kind of doing this team, to be honest though, as if every single player was the fully fittest they could be. But for me, Rice takes it over Henderson. I do quite like Henderson. He works hard, but Rice, for me, has more quality. Okay, Henderson might be a better leader, but for me, Rice pips it anyway, even if Henderson was fully fit. Next, we have two centre mid spots to fill. Two centre mid spots. The first spot is going to be Mason Mount. Little sort of, not story, but my thoughts on Mason Mount. A few years ago, I would have told you that this guy was the most overrated player ever. He looked alright at Derby, nothing special. And I thought he was just massively overrated. This season, he has proven me, and I'm sure other people, so wrong. While Chelsea have spent millions and millions of pounds, Mason Mount, an academy product, has proven to be the best thing about their season this year. He's just brilliant, just a fantastic box-to-box midfielder. You know what you're going to get. He works hard, he's got so much quality, great dribbling. He's just great at linking the play, and with Rice holding, it allows Mount to get forward a little bit more. But Mount, he's going to get back and do the dirty work and the defensive work as well. So Mason Mount is one of the centre mid spots. Now, my other centre mid spot, the playing of Declan Rice would allow this player to, I would essentially say to this player, you know what, just float around, go wherever you bloody want. And that centre mid is Phil Foden. I think Phil Foden one day will be top 3, if not top 1 players in the world. I think he's just unbelievable, and if you think otherwise, you don't know ball. I'm sorry, it's as simple as that. He is class, and he's still young, but he's so ready. He's doing absolute bits for Man City. He's just got so much quality, and age doesn't matter. He should be in that team, and yeah, I'd just say, you know what, just have a free reign, go wherever you want, get forward. I mean, obviously I'd like you to come back if you could, please Phil. But yeah, Phil Foden is my other centre mid spot. He's just class. And now we move on to our front three. I don't think this is in my head. this video was going to be a lot longer than it's turning out, but we'll have a little chat about players I've missed out at the end. But let's start with, to be honest, my wingers are quite contentious, quite controversial, because again, we're pretty spoilt for wingers for England. But anyways, left wing, if fully fit, it's got to be Jack Grealish. Like, it just has to. Similar to Foden. I mean, I'm realising I can't say Grealish and Foden, you've got free reign on the pitch, because that would be chaos. But Grealish is just class. Like, he just is. I know he dives a lot, yes, but if it's for England at the Euros getting penalties, I don't care. But he's brilliant as well. For me, just, if you need a player to change a game, Grealish is that man. I think Foden can be as well, but Grealish especially, he knows how to win fouls. He is not afraid to take on a player. So many times over the years, England players have been scared to take on players and just try stuff. I think Grealish, because I think it actually helps him that he doesn't play for a top team. He doesn't have this sort of added pressure. He's probably gonna become a Villa legend, and he can just go out there and play, and I'd want him to do exactly that for England. Now, he starts left wing over a couple of options, but I would actually play Raheem Sterling on the right. Now, this is difficult because obviously I've left out Rashford and also Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, I know his numbers are brilliant for assists and everything, but the fact of the matter is, I haven't watched enough Bundesliga to form a judgment. I've seen him play multiple times, and yes, he is class, but like, I've watched Sterling play way more, and also, for me, in an England shirt, Sancho hasn't done as much. I know he's had less time, but he hasn't done enough for me with his time, if you know what I mean. And Sterling, while not having his best season, he's not having a great season, but he's still doing great with Man City, and Sterling on his day is afraid to take nobody on, but sometimes you can get tentative Sterling where he is a bit overly cautious. But if you get Sterling, you know, in his prime, in his element, then you've got, you know, one of the most dangerous players in the world, in my opinion. So yeah, he'd start right wing. Obviously there's a case for Sancho, but like, I bet loads of people out there will be like, oh, play Sancho, but realistically, how many games of Sancho have you watched? Like, fair play if you're an avid Bundesliga fan. Like, then you can probably comment, but if you're just saying, oh yeah, go and put him in because he's got loads of assists, then that's just ridiculous. You need to actually be able to watch the players to form judgments, not just go off stats, because stats can be misleading, but they're not for Sancho, because obviously he's world class, but they can be for certain players. And then, this is probably the least surprising spot in the team. Striker's going to be Harry Kane. I don't really think there's too much to say about him. He's probably top 3 strikers in the world. Certainly top 3 finishers. Maybe striker, you need to be better all round, but to be honest, I think Kane is very well rounded. Yeah, he's definitely top 3 strikers in the world. Who would they be, off the top of my head? I mean, to be honest, the best for me is Lewandowski, 100%, has to be. This is kind of going off on a tangent. Lewandowski number 1, and then Kane's in there. I don't know who would make that third. Does Ronaldo count as a striker? I still don't really see Ronaldo as like a striker, but if we are, obviously Ronaldo's still in there. But if not, then it's got to be Mbappe. Like, it's Ronaldo or Mbappe. But if we're talking like out and out striker, I'm taking Kane, and I play Mbappe left wing. This is the thing with football, like, I know I'm going to trigger a lot of people, but you know, we are whispering. Hopefully it's relaxing. If you're getting triggered, you're also falling into a sleep, so you'll just go to bed angry, which, you know, that's fine. But anyways, let's try and think of some worthy mentions. Obviously Marcus Rashford, he'll be in there. I mean, he probably will start left wing, won't he, if they play 4-3-3. He probably will. Who else have I missed out? I mean, there's players like Jesse Lingard making a claim to play in the team again. James Ward-Prowse, I wouldn't start him, but like just the danger he poses from corners, free kicks, like he's worthy to have in the squad, like to bring on the last half an hour. Because, you know, from dead ball situations outside of the box, there aren't too many better players than him in the Premier League at the minute. 100%. If Joe Gomez was fit, he's probably the player for me who would most closely rival Maguire for his spot. But then Joe Gomez isn't a leader. I feel like England really need that leader at centre-back. Is John Stones that? I don't know, but Maguire definitely is, no matter what you say about his quality. Goalie, are there any other notable mentions? Not Pickford. I should probably talk about Pickford, shouldn't we? I think he's past it, I'll be completely honest. Don't get me wrong, I fell in love with him, with his amazing performances in that World Cup. But, and this is the issue, he's been pretty bad for Everton, but he's always been quite consistently good for England, which is the fact of the matter, which is probably why Southgate continued to pick him, because he'd been such a good servant for England. But he doesn't even this, based on this season, he doesn't even get in my top 3. I think the last England squad had Pope, Henderson and Sam Johnston in, and for me, I think for me that's probably spot on, because I know West Brom are right down there, but Sam Johnson is a top keeper, like, he really is. So, I think that's everyone. Obviously we talked a little bit about Henderson, strikers. Obviously you've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Does he offer... Yeah, he's slightly different again, isn't he? But I wouldn't have them on at the same time. If I was to switch to like a 2 up front in game, I'd probably bring on Danny Ings, even Ollie Watkins. I'm a big fan of Ollie Watkins. I think he really puts himself about, and he looks like one of those players who you think over the years is just going to get better and better. So I'm a big fan of Ollie Watkins. You know what? I've probably missed someone like massively obvious. So what I'm going to do is go on old reliable futbin and just search rare gold England players, because I don't want to risk, because I like to think my football knowledge is quite good. I don't want to completely have embarrassed myself and the comments just absolutely finish me. For some reason my laptop doesn't want to run futbin without making a horrific sound. So we got Vardy, Trippier right back. See, Gareth Southgate's always been a big fan of Trippier, hasn't he? But I'm not too sure about that. So I very quickly had to turn off futbin because my laptop, you can probably still hear it a bit now, sorry if you can. It didn't like it for some reason. Another player I did see was James Maddison. Another great option from the bench. But anyways, yeah, we're going to wrap up this video now because we've been waffling for too long. We've done our starting 11. Comment down below now your 11s, where you think I'm crazy, but be kind please. Let's get a discussion going, let's get a debate going. This probably would have been a good thing for a live stream, but I am planning to do some live streams soon in the future, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, anyways guys, I really hope you did enjoy. If you did, please do leave a like, even